Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You join us for this match between the Royals and the Lions. I'm Mike Atherton, and next to me in the commentary position is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the irrepressible David Gower.
Hi Mike, thanks for that intro. I've been down pitch side to look at the conditions. And I think with this surface there's a little bit there for batters and bowlers alike. The ground staff have done a brilliant job. I'm really interested to see which way the captains go when the coin is tossed. The weather conditions are perfect for cricket. Absolutely no threat of any rain.
Great work, David. We're going down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
Well, showing a lot of faith in this batting lineup. Going first on this pitch is either a masterstroke or a disaster waiting to happen.
Right, so we're ready to get underway. Always something special about that first delivery. It can really set the tone for the match.
Bit of a change up in the field now.
Drakes has the privilege of bowling with the new ball. The umpires have signalled that they're ready. Let's get this game underway. Straight to the fielder.
Oversteps for the first ball.
An effort ball and called on the front foot. At least they've got an extra ball to go for the wicket.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Always looking to cash in on a free hit. Up to the bowler to come up with something to prevent it happening. Blocks that ball out of the way with the pad.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Rawlings is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Can't get that outside the ring field. They'll want to make use of the extra delivery.
Nice one.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
There'll be runs here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Drives and misses everything.
Russo shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
A brilliant over for the batters. Inside. Not so for the bowlers.
Some adjustments to the field.
Van der Merwe from the pavilion end. Poor shot. Really lucky.
Well, look how close that was to off stump. The timing on the shot was poor. Really didn't even get close to the ball. Very lucky to get away with that. Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong there.
Yep. Finds the fielder with that shot. Massive chance.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep. Great shot. At least one on offer.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Beaten on the drive.
Van der Merwe with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up. Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Waiting. A beauty. Brilliant catch.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Wow, that's missed a lot.
Totally beaten by the change of pace on that delivery. Very unlucky not to take the wicket. Rousseau shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Yep. They'll get at least one.
It was just a little bit wide, well picked up and guided nicely down towards third. A bit of a change up in the field now. Bit of a wild delivery. I would have been calling it a wide, but the umpire lets it go.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's just a textbook six. Timed well, under the ball, and it flew to the boundary. Awesome power.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Yes. Nice shot, runs possible.
These two are so quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were looking for another, but I think that would have been too risky.
The Lions found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
Lovely.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Lovely.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yes.
Caught, gone.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Monroe comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Waiting.
And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Lovely.
The Royals get through another over, only 1 from it.
For 26.
Yeah.
Got right in behind it.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. This could be out. Loud shout.
Well done.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Good.
Oh my, that's racing away.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
Brook has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. Runs coming very easily.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Playing all their shots in that over. a very expensive over.
Good ball. Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
How's that?
Confident appeal. Could it be? And gone. Brilliant reactions to take that one.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Lovely.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
Out! Yeah! Simple catch, and the keeper makes no mistake.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Butler will be looking to make a strong start to their innings. Thick edge.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Nice one.
Butler shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the power play finishes. 5 fielders now allowed outside the circle.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff. A few moves made in the field.
Edged. They all go up. Big appeal, but that doesn't look like it's done enough.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Lovely.
Beautiful slower delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep. No.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game.
Gayle, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
The captain... making some adjustments to the field here.
Still searching for what would be a thoroughly deserved five-for. They bowled brilliantly in this innings.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Caught! One of the easiest catches you'll see.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Yeah.
Perfect technique and placement.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
Nice one.
End of the over. 8 off it. The Royals are 7 for 70. Kane coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Gayle has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie down one end. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Yeah.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Full and... Good night. Just lent on that. Didn't have to do much and got 4. A few moves made in the field. Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Edged it. The keeper is up immediately. Has it caught some bat on the way through? Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Unable to get the scoreboard moving.
Loud appeal. Misses everything.
Smothered the spin. Played it well.
Yes.
There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yep. Yes.
Great shot.
It was a very, very good shot, presenting a straight bat, simple execution, and back past the bowler.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
Nicely fielded on the boundary.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
End of the over. The Royals are 7 for 91. Van der Merwe back on now.
Is coming on to bowl.
Van der Merwe from the grandstand end. Wow, that's missed a lot.
Right over the top of it, nicely smothering the spin there. Just through the shot too early.
Yep.
They'll get at least one. Unplayable. And gone. Didn't even wait for the umpire's decision.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
Are now 8 for 92. Xavier Crone is the new batsman at
That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Strong appeal. Going with spin now.
into the attack for the Lions.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Probably should have gotten back for a second there. Need to push a bit harder on that first one.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yeah, yep. Yep.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Just slowing things down. Nothing too risky on that delivery. Just keeping the bowler honest.
Wait.
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yeah, mate.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yep.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Waiting. No.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yeah, mate.
Got right in behind it.
Ah, negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters.
Yep.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yeah, mate.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Right in the slot. Probably hit it too hard. Crunched it straight to the fielder. Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it.
Yes.
Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Yes.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Bit of miscommunication there. They got back in the end, so no harm done. It would have been a high-risk second.
Yep. No, no, no.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yes.
Middle that one, great timing.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Solid defence, very compact.
Just slowing things down. Nothing to risk on that delivery, just keeping the bowler honest.
End of the over, 7 off it. The Royals are 9 for 111.
Waiting.
A couple on offer here.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Yes.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yeah, mate. Yep. No. Yep.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep, yep.
Time that perfectly. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. The Lions having a good chat. Don't know if it's worth using a review on it, though.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Impact outside the line. Easy decision for the third umpire. And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the grandstand end.
Bowler!
Lovely! Yep.
Bowler is confident on this one. On this pitch and in these conditions, it's going to take something really special from the bowlers to win this. Really needed more runs on the board. Pressure will be right on the bowlers if they don't find early wickets. The openers will be keen to knock off these runs quickly. Not a huge total to chase down. The bowlers will need to make early inroads if they're to make it interesting. Beaten on the drive.
Gayle shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Nice shot.
Had to clear the front leg in order to get under the ball and did brilliantly to hit it straight back over the bowler's head.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Big shout. A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yeah.
Out!
Yeah.
What a catch!
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Good.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Right out of the middle.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Absolutely nailed it.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Drives and misses everything.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Yes.
Edged. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. And straight into the safe hands of the keeper.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Misses everything. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Nicely played.
That one they got hold of. The slower ball didn't work and it went all the way.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
End of the over. 18 runs coming from it. The Lions are 2 for 32.
Yep.
Misses. They fail to make their ground but can't hit the stumps.
Beautiful slower ball, no contact at all. That was just too good.
Timed that brilliantly.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Times it nicely.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot that's raced to the boundary.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Butler, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them. Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many loose deliveries.
Yep.
That's a great take. Needed a big stretch to prevent any runs.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Had to pull off the big dive to save some certain runs. Did it very well, did the keeper.
right off the middle of the bat.
That is an amazing half-century, just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
There'll be runs here. That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Crone from the grandstand end. Kuhneman coming into the attack from the grandstand end. Edged it. Now then, was there a faint edge? And gone straight to the keeper.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Weiser takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Super piece of timing.
That's the start you want. Awesome shots, and it's flown over the boundary.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Good bit of timing there.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Weiser didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Yep, big edge. Where's that going?
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
28 runs added in that over. The Lions are 3 for 107. Rawlings, the left armour, is the new bowler from the pavilion end. Loud appeal.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Edge. What a ball. And gone. Brilliant catch.
A great innings coming to an end. Brilliant scoring. It was a very entertaining performance. But have to head back to the pavilion.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Nicely taken. Quick to latch onto it.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength. Edged, unplayable.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
5 runs added in the over. The Lions are 5 for 112. 5 fielders are now able to be moved outside the circle. Finds the edge. Huge appeal. Simple as you like. Didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in the over.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Gone. Another one goes. 2 wickets and 2 balls, and they're on a roll now. And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Van der Merwe, whose first task is getting themselves settled. Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary. Out! Good catch.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yes.
That's cut off nicely. 4 runs saved.
It's the end of the innings. The players departing the field will return soon for the run chase.
The match ends in a tie. We've got a super over to decide the outcome.
With the changes in the field, the captain looks to be going for a more balanced approach.
Oh my, that's racing away.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punch that away through the covers with exquisite timing. Some moves being made in the field, looking pretty balanced now between defensive and attacking.
Middle that one, great timing.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Kuhnemann shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now. That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build. The bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for 6. Brilliant shot.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
That's a really good way to handle a super over. I'd certainly be backing him from here. Misses out on the first ball of the innings.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Catch! Yes.
And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
The first wicket is down. Back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
Yes.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Clark gets off the mark.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come. You would have really wanted more runs on the board in the super over. Lots of pressure on their bowlers now.
That's a fantastic win, maybe a bit closer than they would have hoped, but a win's a win, and they rightfully celebrate.
This was a lot closer than it looked on paper. What a fantastic game. Hope you enjoyed the coverage.